Hello and welcome to Normally Distributed, where we learn about probability and statistics with a sports twist. Today I am bringing you an introduction to statistics. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So, what is statistics? Now, statistics is a branch of mathematics that deals with collecting and interpreting data. But what does that really mean, right? In sports, for example, you have all of this information after a game, after a match, about what happened in that game. For example, you have the amount of points somebody scores in a game, or the time that it takes somebody to run the 100-yard dash, or the amount of rebounds somebody has. All of this data can then be used by statisticians to collect it and then interpret it to compare two players, to compare two teams, compare multiple teams. That is really what statistics deals with and why it's so interesting and so useful in sports. One thing that you'll hear really often in statistics is the term statistical question. Now, a statistical question is a question that you need to collect data for and where there is a degree of variability. So I have a couple of questions here. One is a statistical question, the other one is not. The first question we have here asks us, how tall is Candace Parker? Now, if you don't know who Candace Parker is, she's a great WNBA player, women's basketball, who is 6'4". Now, do we think that is a statistical question? Is there any variability in that answer? No, that's the answer, right? We just know that Candace Parker is 6'4". Now, on the other side of things, we have this following question, which asks, how tall are the Phoenix Mercury? Well, in this case, we know that there are 11 women on a WNBA team. So we'll have to collect 11 players' heights, and we know that not all players have the same height, so there is going to be some variability. So that checks off both boxes here. And now we know that that is a statistical question, whereas the first one, how tall is Candace Parker, that is just a question that you can answer without actually having to collect or interpret data. All right, so when we ask a statistical question, we know we're going to have to collect data. And this data will have a statistical distribution, which is defined as a distribution of values that can be described by its center, spread, and shape. So as an example of this, let's go ahead and look at the height of a women's basketball team. Let's say that their average height is right here at 72 inches or about 6 feet. And then we have all of their heights listed here on this line. Have one about here, about 73 inches, maybe one about 74 inches, and so on and so forth. We have a cluster over here, and then we have some on the other side of the app. Maybe one that's really short down here. So we continue on, and this gives us our statistical distribution. And this statistical distribution can then be described by a number of things. The center of the numbers, the spread, the overall shape. This can all be described by this statistical distribution. All right, that's all I have for you today. That has been an introduction to statistics brought to you by Normally Distributed. If you have any questions, please visit the website on the screen for some practice problems and some extra learning resources. If you like this video, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you guys, and until next time.